before we start, I just want to make an announcement. New episodes continuing forward are going to be released on Wednesdays. Nice. And we'll be recording new episodes on Thursdays. So hopefully this will give you guys, those who listen on our public feed, a day to submit your questions. I know it was always hard because we used to release on Mondays and record on Mondays, giving you a very short window to submit questions and comments. So perhaps now you will want to participate. And for our Patreon fam, you will get new episodes on Tuesdays.
And our Discord chats will now be on Thursdays.
That's right. All the information is on our Patreon, but hello Wednesday.
Yeah, hump day. Join us.
Welcome back to Talking Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And we're discussing Season 4, Episode 7, In the Bag. Written by Ron Fitzgerald and directed by Stephen Kay. Original air date, December 16th, 2009. How are you, Liz? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I know we were just saying, wow, we haven't recorded in a long time.
Yeah.
Even though we recorded on Monday.
We did, but it's still, in person, it's been a while.
I know, and we haven't done Talking Texas
in a few weeks, in like 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah.
We're back.
But
Hope you guys missed us.
I know, we're back. Okay, so in this episode, Vince wins the quarterback position. Tammy sues Julie. Luke sustains an injury. Landry makes a move on Jess. And Tim runs into Becky's father.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It wasn't my favorite episode.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like a filler, I feel. We're just like setting up some storylines for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
And you know what? Kate, our A, over on We Are Liars, which, guys, if you're into Pretty Little Liars, we just wrapped on season 1, so you can binge that whole season.
Yeah.
But Kate wrote an email how she kind of fell off this season because she wasn't connecting with the new characters.
Interesting.
I know. And I feel like I'm overly excited for this season because I love all the new characters and everyone we've spoken to has been on board. Mm-hmm. So, and of course, I always love hearing different perspectives, but I found that one very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like, and maybe that's because we haven't watched, like it's been a little bit. That's why I felt like this episode was like maybe a filler, as you said, but maybe like the past couple of weeks. In the beginning, I was really excited. And then like Kate, in the past couple of weeks, the new characters, not that they're not, I'm still interested in what's happening with them, but I don't know. I feel like I don't need to focus my energy on them, but I should because they're going to bring us into next season, you know?
This is all we got.
Right.
All right. So let's start with Vince.
Also,
yes.
No JD in this episode.
No.
So it was missing the drama in a way with him. I mean, I don't particularly like him. The lighting keeps going with the red. Do you see it?
I do see it.
I don't know why that's happening.
We're talking about, we also do visual. So if you like to watch podcasts, we are on YouTube. Every episode is up on there. And it's a little bit different today because one, we're recording in daylight.
Yeah.
Which is wild. So my studio is not used to daylight. Like natural light is coming in along with the lights that we have. We also have some color films over some lights to add color to our faces.
Yeah, because for some reason we're still pale.
We're still pale.
Like we don't have the green screen up, but yet we're still pale.
I know. Forever pale. It's okay. Okay, so we're going to start with Vince. He's been made quarterback of the Lions, and the team is feeling confident for their upcoming game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. However, someone said that Vince had a gun on school grounds. And so
who's this person?
Who is this person? Who made the call? The cops and Levi, they request to search Vince's locker in the field house.
Right. It's like his sports locker.
Right. Like not his locker in the school, but his sports locker, which I felt weird, but maybe they searched both.
Maybe they did. Yeah. And now they're like, okay, it's time for us to search another just in case.
Right. And so obviously Coach is concerned about this and he feels cornered. Ultimately, he does allow it, but this also leads to Coach asking Vince straight up, do you have a gun? And Vince says no.
Yeah. He felt badly about it.
Yeah, he
He
did.
said he didn't want to have to ask him that question.
Yeah.
And was it wrong of him to assume that he had it? And then Tammy says, well, would you ask Landry if he had it? And I'm like, good point.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, no, Landry's a good kid. You know.
But also, if the principal of the school and the cops are coming,
You need to open it.
you got to open it.
You got to do it.
Right. And then we have Vince's mom comes to school and thanks Eric for giving him the position of quarterback. And I'm so glad to see Vince's mom up and about.
Yeah, she seems to be okay.
Yeah. And Eric says, don't thank me. He earned it.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah. And so obviously now Vince is really happy about his new quarterback role and he's excited about it, but he's also hesitant about how much Coach is caring.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you have in this?
And he's rude. He's a little rude about it.
Vince is?
Yeah, when Coach came to see him at his house.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing here?
Right. He's like, if I end up like breaking my ankle or I can't actually support you in this, are you still going to care about me?
It's so valid. I love that he said that.
Yeah. Kind of putting Coach in his place. Like, are you just using me to better your team? But they both need each other.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
They do need each other. And we've known this since day one.
Right.
And this is why Vince was hesitant to begin with to join the team, because he's like, you know, what can I do for you? And what can you do for me?
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, at the end of the episode, Vince does come around. He shows up at the Taylor's house, hands Coach a paper bag. And in that paper bag is a gun.
Right. I mean, we don't see it.
No, and he tells
Could be
Tammy, we got to make this disappear.
Marbles or something, but yeah, he's gonna get rid of it. Okay. Well,
Wow.
he doesn't want it to go on his record. He doesn't want him to get it in trouble again and go to juvie.
Right.
But also, he needs him for the team.
Right. And also, here's a moment of trust.
Right.
I have this gun. I'm going to give it to you, Coach. Let's see if you'll make it disappear.
Yep. And if you do, then yes, I can trust you. You have my interests, my best interests at heart.
Yeah.
It's very dicey.
It's so dicey and how uncomfortable to just like be handed a gun in a paper bag.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to make this disappear.
Right.
Because if something were to come out and it's like, oh, Coach hid the evidence.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Luke, he's struggling in this episode. He needs to work with his dad on the farm, which is causing him to miss school, which means if he misses school, he can't attend practice, which causes a strain for the team. So it's like a domino effect.
That's sad.
It's so sad because his dad's like, no, we need to make money. I need you here.
Yeah, make it work.
Make it work.
Like that's their priority.
Yeah.
Is to make the money so they can live.
Yes. Yeah.
While this poor kid is still trying to get an education and better himself and be on a football team that he really like. He loves football. That's his main focus.
Yeah. I mean, his goal, as he's said almost every episode, is I want to get out of Dillon.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Tinker, who's just like the MVP of this episode.
Yeah.
Notices Luke is falling asleep and is like, oh, I'll gather the team. We'll come over and we'll help you fix the fence
It was so sweet.
at your family's farm.
I love this.
Yeah. Tinker ends up going by himself and he helps Luke.
It's like they were all busy.
I know. And he tells his dad, like, I would do anything for Luke. Luke is so good. We need him on our team.
This made me so emotional. I was like, that is the sweetest thing ever. Is that your sister?
Yeah. My sister's FaceTiming me. We're just going to ignore it. However, even though this was really sweet, happy for Luke and happy for Tinker, Luke does have an accident.
Oh, yeah. This was so bizarre.
His leg gets crushed in the cattle gate. And he's like screaming for it.
This was so scary.
It's so scary. And so now this is an injury.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't look like he'll probably be able to play.
Ooh, we'll see what happens with that. Julie, she's understandably upset over Matt leaving, and so she decides to sign herself up for every activity possible in the school.
She needs to keep herself busy.
I get it.
I get there.
I've been there.
I've been there. Totally been there.
Also, Landry is upset, and he even says to Julie, like, he was my best friend too. Like,
right.
I get what you're going.
Landry doesn't get any contact?
No. No.
Interesting.
And so they both end up doing academic smackdown.
Do you know how long it's been since he's gone? Because Shelby made it seem like he's been there like a couple of weeks.
Right, because we learn when Julie goes to visit Grandma and Shelby that Matt has been in contact with them.
Yeah, this is really hurtful.
And at first, it seems like he was keeping them updated, but I think it's been a couple of weeks because he said he's finally gotten settled into a place.
Right.
And so it's been multiple weeks where he's only been in contact with Grandma and Shelby, nothing to Julie, nothing to Landry.
Is this messed up to you?
It's so messed up. Are you kidding?
I was just
Matt's my shittiest this episode.
He's my shittiest this
we
episode,
didn't even see him and he's fucking shitty.
I think we've established it's Tinker and Matt this week.
Right.
But
Spoiler.
yeah, I was so disappointed. I was so sad. And when Julie walked into their house, I cried. I broke down. I was like, oh, this poor girl and a family that is trying their best to do well, but I'm sure it's not easy. And then when Grandma says, like, Shelby's taking care of me.
I know. And also she goes, I was upset, but knowing Matt's okay, I'm okay now.
Right. And it's like, well, hello. It's so out of character for him.
I know.
And I know he's still obviously very much grieving a life that he had, but now trying to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And him just picking up his shit and going, and like, just, there's no closure for her.
Not yet.
No, I know, not yet. Obviously. I mean, I'm wishful that there will be for her so she can move on if she needs to. But I was really, really surprised and really upset about that.
And even when this I felt was so relatable when she was in her car and she finds the mixed CD from Matt. I mean, we were
that
the
was
age
the
of mixed
lifeline.
CDs.
Lifeline.
And even when she's at the academic bowl and she gives her answer and she just breaks down crying and Tammy consoles her backstage.
Yeah, this was really hard.
So I felt for Julie.
I felt so badly for her. And I just feel like that was so wrong. And then this is what's funny, is in the back of my head, I was like, Jillian would tell me though, he needs to be selfish. I don't know.
So? But Julie, you're talking about Jelance?
Of course. Like, I have her always in the back of my head. Like, she's my moral soundboard here.
Of course, but I think she would also be like, Julie, I feel for you. Because she's a big supporter of Julie.
Yeah. So I just really was like, while I understand what Matt needs to do, you definitely could have had both worlds of, I'm going to leave and make myself better, but also still communicate with the person that I loved and was telling this whole time, like, no, I love you. We're solid. We're good.
Also, I don't know why you couldn't have just said, or he couldn't have just said, hey, I need to take this time for myself. I'll be in touch soon.
Right. Like, not necessarily. He didn't make it seem like they were on a break or they broke up. He just up and left.
That's it.
With no communication. So this poor girl is like, what the hell do I do with that? Like, I don't know what we are, where you are.
Yeah.
Just really frustrated me. So.
Yeah. And then on the flip side of that, Landry is still hung up on Tyra.
Yeah. I was like, why are we doing this?
Well, I think it makes sense because you wanted closure with this. So
I do, but I'm also like,
Well, there was a planned meeting. They had a mutual spot where Tyra and Landry were supposed to meet up. Landry goes, Tyra doesn't show up, and we see him and hear him leaving this very lengthy voicemail to her about, I'm not going to wait for you anymore, and I'm done, which leads him to asking Jess out because things between him and Tyra are done. So there's your Tyra moment.
Yes. I didn't like it. I almost was like, we don't even need that at this point. We didn't need him to say, I'm done with you. Obviously, we're not together. I feel like as much as I begged for closure between them or begged for what had happened, I feel like this was just unnecessary to have this conversation. I feel like he could have just, what honestly bothered me, and I'm like a humongous Landry stan, but you immediately just walk up to Jess and you're like, hey, Tyra and I are no longer.
I know, it was icky.
So let's do this. And she's like, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be second choice because Tyra's like, not answering your phone calls and meeting you. Yeah, I had a lot of issues with some things.
I liked it just to tie in Tyra because she did leave and we didn't know how they ended. But now we know it's as they're giving it to us, she has moved on in terms of she's living her own life in college. Landry needs to move on.
Right. I
Let's
just
pave the way
wish
for
I
Jess.
knew like what that conversation was before they parted ways. Like, I'm going to go to college, or, you know, did she up and mat him and
I
like
don't think so.
just be like, all right, I'm leaving for school, and then like just never call or never talk to him again?
I mean, I could even see so much so where Landry like helped move her in.
Right. And
You
then
know,
like,
I'll
and then
be in
it's like,
touch.
what the hell after that? And so now it's been a few months since they've been at school.
Yeah.
And yes, I get we needed to have that summary of Landry saying, I'm done with this. I'm done like waiting for you, because I literally would wait for you forever. Forever.
Just tell me.
Yeah. And he's like, I think I just answered my own question. Yeah. I don't know. I would love to see Jess and Landry, but didn't like the way that started.
Okay.
I liked the way it started, but I didn't like how it continued.
The kiss. Yeah. The kiss. Yeah. Glenn's back.
Yeah. I was like, what's this guy's name again?
Glenn.
The whole episode, I was like, what's his name? And then Timmy's like, Glenn. I'm like, that's it, Glenn. I totally forgot about you.
Yeah. I think most of us
Again,
did.
another storyline I felt was completely unnecessary for
Weird.
this episode.
It's real weird. Wes Dillon receives the award of Blue Ribbon School, and Glenn is just so overly thankful and wants to take Tammy out, make sure she celebrates. So her and him and some of the faculty, they go out for karaoke and they have drinks. And another karaoke scene. I thought of you. I'm like, oh my God,
Same.
let's
I'm like,
hates karaoke.
But also I'm like, wow, it's our shows again doing the karaoke. I don't know. I was getting vibes. I was getting scary vibes from him.
Well, it was weird because he's just overly thankful and
It was weird. It was so weird.
overly making sure she celebrates and just wants to make sure, which I was like, this is really sweet to support her. But at the end of the night, they go to say goodbye and he goes in for a kiss.
Yeah, I knew we were in the clear when he was like, here, you can take that taxi. I was afraid he was going to be like getting in the taxi with her.
Yeah.
I didn't know to what extent we would do this. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, this is not the teen drama show. This is not the teen drama show. Like, I know
It's weird.
that this is not a normal trope for this show.
Yeah.
And I was afraid. So when I heard him like, no, you take this taxi, I'm like, okay, good. But then, of course, he has to make the very short move and be super embarrassed after.
Of course. And Tammy shuts it down, doesn't even entertain it. And even the next day at school, he awkwardly apologizes and says, I mouth raped you.
Yeah, that was so weird to say.
That sentence is really weird.
That sentence is gross.
Yeah, and I think that's how he truly felt.
Yeah, he felt like I so disrespected you.
Yeah.
And I so apologize.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing he could make it sound just so like malice and like bad that he was like, this is what I did to you. And she's like, you're good. Really, dude, it's fine. We're okay. Right?
And that's it. Like,
And
we move on from it.
And like, is he on the island?
I don't know if he's on the island.
I just feel like it was so random. I was like, that whole storyline was just completely unnecessary for me in this episode.
It's weird. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last but not least, our Tim O'Rigo.
Oh, brother.
Okay. So Mindy needs to be on bed rest. And the supplements she needs are going to be expensive. So Billy and Tim are stressed out from this. To blow off steam, they go to the landing strip. And one of Mindy's friends,
Hannah, blue ribbon to her because she's a good friend.
absolutely, she suggests, hey, let's throw a fundraiser. We'll have the girls from the landing strip. It'll be like you pay
It's so weird.
for
but
the strippers.
cute.
And we'll host it at Reagan's Rigs. And all the money will go towards the funds for Mindy. I want to do this because she's one of my best friends.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah. And so we have the event. Seems to be going very well. Billy ends up having a conversation with Calvin
Yeah. I was
about
wondering
making
why
some
he was
real
there.
money with a business opportunity.
Yeah.
So keep that.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
that in your mind.
Billy's done some shady shit before, so I'm sure he'll continue to do so.
We meet Becky's dad in this episode. He comes to town. He's going to stay in the guest room. What do you think? First thoughts
Weird.
of Becky's dad?
I feel like if we definitely went a little tropey with him too, like kind of a a floater and really you can't rely on him, which we knew this already from the pageant. But yeah, I mean, she definitely has her teenage immature view about her father, which eventually one day in her life she will realize.
Well, it explains her daddy issues.
And it very much explains. But yeah, I mean, I guess he's what I expected him to be.
Yeah, and so he does a couple of things. One, he brings her home a dog without the mom's permission. Also, Tim overhears him on the phone talking about how he has a family. He got a woman pregnant in Seattle. And so he will be leaving. He's not sticking around.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even going to plan on telling Becky this. And so Tim ends up telling Becky when Becky shows up to the fundraiser.
Right. And the dad was like, don't tell her.
Yeah. Don't tell her.
Don't tell her. I want to be the one to tell her. And Tim's like, you're not going to fucking tell her.
You're not going to tell her. And so he approaches Tim and they get into a fight about it because Tim's like, I know what kind of dad you are. I have that kind of dad. Also, I slept with your wife.
Yeah.
Punch in the face.
And they roll around the mud.
Tim, that line though, of just like, oh yeah, I slept with your wife.
Yeah, it was good.
I loved it.
Yeah, because this guy, like, while we don't need to be violent, it was also like kind of great.
He kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Becky's mom ended up bringing the dog back to the shelter, but then Tim the next day goes and gets the dog. And we have this really cute moment where he brings the dog. Well, he rescues the dog, and then Tim stops to show the dog this land that Tim is just in awe of.
Yeah. And you see the for sale sign. I'm like, something's happening there.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our episode. One scene that we didn't talk about, and it really doesn't have anything to do with it, I just enjoyed it, was when we had Tim and Mindy and Billy all in the truck.
Yes.
Going to get Whataburger.
Yeah, and they had no money.
They had no money.
How do you do that?
Also, Billy had no insurance. There's no health insurance.
Well, no, I mean, when you own your own business, it's expensive to have insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Not good. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back with all your questions and comments.
We hope you're enjoying this week's episode of Talking Texas Forever, and we appreciate you listening each and every week.
All of our shows are funded by our buddies who pledge to our Patreon, and it means the world to us. We have tiers starting at $1 and offer some pretty cool perks like guest hosting on the podcast, listening to episodes a day early, and invitation to the best group chat ever via Discord. To learn more about our network and everything we offer, check out patreon.com/Total Betty Podcast Network. Welcome back from break. Let's go into some questions. Ooh, I keep hitting the mic. Okay. Mike, we'll start with his questions. Did you join any clubs in high school? Did we just talk about this on We Are Liars, right? I talked about.
Did we talk about clubs?
I think I talked about how I was on stage crew.
We did talk about that because of the play.
Right.
But
yeah.
I wasn't in any clubs.
Well, you did like sportsy things.
Well, I was on Kickline. That wasn't a club, but we did practice every day after school, and then sometimes in the mornings.
Ooh, the mornings?
Yeah. It was summer though, like right before school started, like the fall semester. It wasn't really a semester, but the fall started. We would practice in the mornings on the weekends because.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or not on the weekends. It was not on the weekends. It was during the week because we didn't have school, so we could record during the week. Record. Here's my brain. But no, other than that, I wasn't in any clubs.
I was in guitar club.
Oh, right. I remember
for like a hot second only to hang out with the cute boys. And honestly, I don't think they were cute boys upon retrospect. Okay. Why are they checking Vince's football locker and not his actual locker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think that they checked both. Should Tim have told Becky about her dad having another family?
Well, as Tim said, he was never going to tell her.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Yeah. He looks out for her. I think he sees a lot of himself in her. So maybe he was thinking like, would I want to know?
Yeah. What do you think Tammy's go-to karaoke song would be? I like to think it would be something like Shania Twain.
I was just gonna say
Sheryl Crow.
I was just gonna say Shania Twain.
Yeah.
Something like, man, I feel like a woman.
Right? Yeah. Will wants to know, if you were to boil it down into 3 words, attributes, what do you think Jess sees in Landry and vice versa?
Ooh, well, I think definitely for her, three attributes.
I think he's smart.
Well, yes, Landry's definitely smart. He's also just like sweet. He's just like altogether a good person that always does the right thing, and when he loves big.
Yeah.
So I think she likes that about him. And he also he's not afraid to tell you how he feels.
Exactly. He's assertive.
He's assertive and he's vocal, and he likes to communicate. He's a great communicator.
Yes, we love that.
You know, you guys know I love Landry. And for Jess, I feel like he probably likes her energy. She's
zen.
She is zen. She's calming, but also is driven.
Yep.
Very much so. Like, we're learning more and more about that. You're like, wait, what? And she's just cool. She's just a cool person.
What would you name a dog that looks like that if you adopted it
What
today?
do you call it? Skeeter. Skeeter.
Yeah.
I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Is that going to be Tim's dog in the trailer with him?
Yeah.
Just like so Becky can play with it. That's really cute.
Yeah.
I feel like this show was definitely missing an animal.
I know.
You know, it was
well,
like
it cows.
missing like a wholesome aspect to it. And of course it would be Tim.
I would probably name the dog a food like potato or something. Like today, if I was to adopt that dog, I'd call him like Potato.
Well, there you go. Last night Randy and I took a walk, and one of the dog's names was Leo.
Cute.
And I was like, that's a cute name.
Yeah.
I've never really heard that for a dog, so maybe that.
I mean, I have a full
Michelle has a whole list.
A full list. I have Garbanzo on there, Puttanesca. It's mostly for like future cat names.
Right.
In case you were wondering. Okay, Vic. She wants to know, how have you dealt with a breakup? I felt more relieved, but my friends tend to change their hair. Like that saying, you always like change your hair when you have a breakup.
Have I changed my hair? Maybe.
I feel like every time I've gone through a breakup, I lose my appetite. Like the one time, I'm thinking of like a major breakup I had it was in college.
Right.
And I think I ate broccoli with brown rice from the Chinese place near Stop and Shop in Quorum for like 4 days in a row. Was the only thing I could eat.
It was just the only thing that would go down.
It was like the one meal that I was okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I get that. I wouldn't say I get the opposite either. I don't like eat my feelings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you need people surrounding you to keep your mind off things, and you just need to listen to sappy music and cry a lot until you don't have any more tears, and then they're gone, and then it's just time.
It's just time.
You just need a lot of time.
Yeah.
You have those, you're grieving a loss, so you definitely need to just give that time, and you'll have those ebbs and flows of days you'll feel really good and like really super like driven. You're like, wait, I'm so much better than this. And then you'll have days where you're like, why the fuck did they do this?
So true.
And like, it's a universal thing. Like there's not one person in the world that hasn't dealt with some sort of heartbreak.
I know.
So it's just, that's how I deal with it. Sappy music, being with friends and family to distract me. And then when all else fails, watching Twilight over and over and over again.
I mean, Twilight will fix anything.
Twilight will fix your needs.
Have you ever dealt with an inappropriate coworker?
Yeah. I mean, not to this extent. Like, they never made a pass at me. But like, definitely guys say shit all the time. And not recently, which is great because I don't really work with a lot of men anymore, or disrespectful men, I should say. But yeah, in the past, they just say really just inappropriate shit.
Yeah. I mean, I worked at a shooting range, so you can only imagine, and I know I'm very much pinpointing here and making assumptions and generalizing, but the things that were said to me were, I look back and I should have done things.
Yeah, you're like, why did I let that happen?
There was one guy who was like, wow, Michelle really developed over the summer.
Ew.
Meanwhile, I mean, I was developed already because I'm a teenager, but I was wearing a fitted t-shirt.
Right, and they probably never saw you in a fitted
Correct.
t-shirt.
Said that. They used to say, like, how much money could I give you to sleep with you?
Ew.
Oh, yeah. Really disgusting thing. And these were my coworkers.
Right. It's not even like they were customers.
No, the customers were even worse.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the customers were even worse.
They're disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Kate, why would Matt ghost Julie like that?
He doesn't want to deal with that. And from someone who likes to escape from their emotions, even though I just talked about like being in your emotions, but those type of emotions where you want to be selfish and you just want like the world to just disappear for a few minutes until you can kind of get back to where you're going and your footing. He probably just was like, hey, you know what? Dick, whatever his name was. Richard.
It sucks because in high school, I had one boyfriend, but we were on and off and on and off. And he made a self change and dropped me and dropped his friends and started hanging out with this new group and never explained it.
Yeah.
And so you just felt abandoned.
Right.
And it was like, I love you one day, kind of like Matt and Julie. And then the next day was like a complete change. And he was going through whatever he was going through.
Right.
Trying to find a new group to hang out with. It like literally dropped me. And no
this is literally the same scenario.
And so I know what it's like. There's, like you said, like there's no closure. And so it's so unlike Matt.
It's unlike him.
Yeah. It's awful.
However,
it makes sense, right?
It does make sense. But, and, you know, his age, you're thinking like, yeah, this happens in high school. Like there are people that just like one day you're talking to, the next day you're like, wait, are we even friends anymore? Like, but now with retrospect and like being older, I'm like, wow, that would never fly these days because if you're spending your time and effort with a person or a friendship and like they just ghost you,
right?
You're like, wait,
right?
No, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
In high school, I feel like while it's still shitty, it's a little bit more acceptable because you're trying to find yourself, find your group of people, find what you like, have these like complete 180 ideas and hobbies that just change you. And you just find who you are. It takes a really long time for that. But yeah, with Matt, I just didn't see it coming with him.
Right.
And it sucks.
Yeah. And then Kate, she kind of felt the same way you felt and I felt about Glenn and Tammy. There was that whole thing back in season 2 with them spending time together and Coach kind of wondering what was going on. But then we haven't seen him for such a long time. The kiss just seemed to come out of nowhere. Like, why now? And I don't see how it contributes to the story.
Exactly. Like, if this was at the end of season 2,
right,
made sense. It's 2 seasons later, and it doesn't drive any storyline. I was just really completely confused.
Yeah. It just felt out of left field. And also, I guess, I don't know, giving Tammy support, but when we've had like the division talks, like where was Glenn?
Right. And I also was just going to say they hate her. Don't they still hate her?
I think the
board hates her,
does,
but the teachers don't hate her.
Yeah, because they like
confused.
she fought for them in some retrospect.
I had like,
I don't know,
a fleeting thought of, is Glenn gonna be like telling Tammy that there's a party and then nobody shows up, like they're all gonna like, or like, you know, something even worse, when they all gathered in that one room, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, are
they going to like yell at her collectively? Yeah, it just was a weird storyline. I'm interested. Did Clear Eyes at all talk about that? They
just talked about how much they love the actor who plays Glenn. Yeah. And I'm forgetting his name, but he produces their podcast.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. So
That's the funniest thing ever.
they love seeing him. And also,
What are the chances?
well, they're just friends with him.
Here I'm like, what are the chances?
What? That's so weird. No, they're just friends with him. But and they talked about the whole scene of like the whole mouth rape thing and how he did really feel bad, and you could see that. And
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's just so weird. It's just so weird.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for sending your questions, guys, and your comments as always. Liz, what was your favorite quote in this episode?
Oh, I had, two. I have, except this week's book is Twilight, obviously, and you're still whining, and I don't know why, Tim, to the dog. Skeeter.
I had from Tim, we're not selling Kit Kat, which is their bull, who's the face of Riggins Riggs.
Right. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Didn't realize that was the name.
Yeah. Coach's Corner.
I had, oh, you know what? I don't have that in my notes. What's wrong with you, Alyssa?
I also didn't either, but I'm going to choose Coach for
with
Vince.
Vince.
Yeah. I keep wanting to call him Vance. There's this guy that goes to my aunt's assisted living once a month and he sings. And
his name is
Vance. His name's Vance. And we're always like, Vance is coming. Vance is coming. And so I'm like, it's not Vance Howard. It's Vince Howard.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, we had the
It would
same.
be fun if it was Vance, but.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your MVP? Should we do 3, 2, 1? Since we're together?
Sure.
Since we already know it?
Yeah. 3,
Okay,
2, 1, Tinker. But I wanted to pick Hannah.
Yeah.
Immediately I wrote it down. I'm like, Hannah. But then when Tinker came to help, I was like, it's Tinker. But I was so, I know everyone keeps talking about Tinker. Like he's like a person on the show. And this is the first really, meeting of him. Mm-hmm. We've heard him say like 1 or 2 things. Mm-hmm. So I hope that this continues because I really love him. And I love that he was willing to show up for his friend. He's like, I love Luke. Like I will help Luke do whatever he needs. And because it's going to make the team better.
I know.
So cute.
Even in the lunchroom when Luke's falling asleep, he's like, all right, I'll just eat your fries.
Oh yeah, he's like, these fries are good. It was really funny. A lot of comedic timing with him.
Yeah. Shittiest, which we both agreed.
Matt.
We had votes for Becky's dad.
Yeah. Did Becky annoy you in this episode?
Yeah, Becky annoys me. just you wait for next week. Just you wait.
Yeah, because then we have that scene where Tim's like talking to her and they're getting close again. I was like, oh my God, please don't go there.
Oh no.
But she was just crying. She's like, I'll see you at home.
Like, I'm really trying to be patient because Becky does it's someone I like, but right now she's really annoying.
Yeah.
She's doing a really good job. The actress is doing a really good job at playing this annoying character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go into a booster of the week. Who's our lion booster?
Booster of the week. You're a total booster.
Our lion booster is Molly.
Molly
will be on as our a patron episode.
Yes.
On 4/9. So definitely listen to that episode because she's super good. Because I know that because she was on We Are Liars.
She was great.
She was a great guest on We Are Liars podcast. Yeah. So just wanted to shout her out and thank her so much for her support. And we were so glad that we got to chat with you during that Pretty Little Liars episode. I try do like when you say Pretty Little Liars, do you try like to not do plosives because it's the hardest thing ever? Pretty Little Liar.
Pretty Little Liar.
It's so hard for it to come out of my mouth and it not like spit all over the mic.
I know.
It's not a user-friendly name for a show. However, thank you, Molly. we really appreciate your support.
Can't wait to talk to you on 4/9.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so an emoji for this episode.
A cow, but we've already done a cow, right?
I was thinking a dog.
A dog, yeah, let's do that.
Skater. So if you've made it this far, we would really appreciate it if you took that emoji, the dog emoji. There's a couple to choose from. We don't care which one. Stick it in an Apple Podcast review if you listen over there. Rate us 5 stars. It's exciting, though, because we do have a Lion of the Week.
We do. It's from Muse Chick, 5 stars with a carrot emoji. Just like carrots, this podcast is good for your eyes. And when you have clear eyes, full hearts, you can't lose. Check these ladies out. You'll be thanking me. You will tear up, cry, and laugh while they recap this awesome show. Just like my friends say, you can't lose with this podcast. So check out their other podcasts, Trio Talk, 3 Gossip Girls, We Are Liars, and Let's Talk OC to hear their other amazing recaps with the hearts.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Vic. Appreciate using that carrot emoji.
Hell yeah.
Understood the assignment.
Yeah, so throw those dogs somewhere.
Yeah, send it in. We want to see them. Okay, so next week's title, this is for episode 8, is The Toilet Bowl.
Oh, brother.
I just want to tell you I used to be something for the Dillon Panthers, and I want to be something here. Buddy Garrity.
Oh, I was going to say Tim Riggins. Okay.
Okay.
We didn't see Buddy this week. Okay, I can only assume that he's talking to East Dillon, someone at East Dillon, the
Right.
principal maybe, or someone just being like, I'm here to support this team and I can get the boosters on my side because I've done it before. People like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where I see that going.
Okay.
As you said, Becky's really annoying next week.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Oh, no.
There's going to be a scene, and we're going to be together. Are we together next week? We are.
Yeah, we are.
For a Discord. And you'll see how annoying Becky is.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
And also Luke, we have to see what happens with him.
Which we will get.
Yeah.
What do you think the toilet bowl means? Why do you think it's called that?
Like the shitter?
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
or I was thinking like, what are they called when you stick someone swirly? Like when you stick someone's head in the toilet
swirly.
That's
Did that really happen to people?
I don't know. They always did it in movies and TV shows.
TV shows, like in the 90s.
Always did
No
that.
one does that anymore, right?
I don't think so.
If you've gotten a swirly, can you write in and tell us?
Tell us about your experience.
Because I'd love to know.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
The shitter. Wait.
All right, don't think too much about
Yeah,
it. I didn't know if
that's
you just
hard
had some
for
thoughts.
me.
That's okay.
But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Luke. I'm assuming he won't be able to play at least for a few weeks, maybe a few months. I don't know how detrimental this injury is to him.
Yeah.
And then Becky, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do when she comes for you?
Whoa.
I don't know what she's gonna do, but I'm assuming it's something with him. And Landry and Jess. I'm still thrown by this week's episode. I completely understand where she's coming from, but the slap still, I'm so confused by it.
Yeah, I know. Was it kind of just get a grip?
I guess. I don't know. And then I was thinking too, like I had like a light bulb because I don't know if you'll confirm this for me, and I don't even know if I want you to, but if there isn't a time jump, I don't know. Like, I could predict. So I was listening to last week's episode to refresh my brain, and I was like, yeah, Endgame, like mules, right? Now I'm like, well, we only have one more season. We're halfway done with this. Who's to say that anyone is Endgame if we don't get a flash forward? Do you know what I mean? Like, we've never dealt with the entirety of a show of them just being in high school. Every show we've ever podcasted about, they have gone into college. They have aged them a little bit. They've aged them 5 years. They've aged them 10 years. Like, and here, I don't foresee them doing that because it's, as we've said each week, like it feels like a real reality show, like a real family drama and not like a teen drama. And it's just refreshing not having to like totally think about like so far in the future.
Yeah.
For these predictions. Like it's easier for me to kind of be like, well, this is what I see for them, but we might not necessarily ever see that.
Right.
You know? Does that make sense?
It does, but also I think you can come to a conclusion of an endgame without going into the future.
Yeah, no, and I honestly feel like I could come to conclusions for all of our characters as to where they'll be at the end of next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fun.
Just because we're setting it up, especially in this episode with Tim and the dog and the land. And I'm like, oh, this like by season 5 is going to be like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we did go to Epics and like like very small things were spoiled for me then. And
yeah,
that was
you also
and then
thought Cash was
I was
in a
just going to
cult,
say, and then I was
so-
harping out Cash being in a cult. But I remember Derek saying like, and then look at the Riggins, like at the end of the day, like what a 180. Like what a, not a 180, but like a full circle
There's all
moment.
happy
And I was like, of
endings.
course. Like that's what I imagine would happen
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Whether if that's farmland, I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
Unless they open a bigger rigs.
Right.
Riggins rigs.
Well, the whole Riggins stuff is going to gets pretty interesting because it can't just keep going the way it's going.
No, I mean, they can't live that way.
Right. And especially because the baby's on the way.
Baby's on the way.
And Mindy is on bed rest. So,
Right.
yeah. And Billy's got to make money.
Yep.
Yeah.
We saw him do the shady stuff with the pipes.
Yes.
But that never really
Stealing the
like
metal.
came through. We never got like a punishment for that, except for that whole, what was his name? Guy situation.
Right, Guy.
I was going to call him Bo. That's not him.
And then they had some money when they went in with Jason and they flipped the house.
Right.
Buddy's house and sold it. But it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because they only got us, yes.
And
it's
right now, Mindy can't make any money.
No.
So the boys got to figure out their shit fast.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. To end the episode, we have Will's Football Poetry Corner. Laying the smackdown. Laying the smackdown means dominating the opponent and showing them who is boss. Landry and Julie are participating in the academic smackdown with Jess. Meanwhile, Coach lays into Vince about what it means to be a leader.
Nice.
Beautiful as always, Will.
Always.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I'm going to like Wednesdays. So,
Yeah, it's more relaxing.
yeah. and then-
Mondays were hard.
Mondays were hard. I know it's like fun to start your week with us, but now midweek you'll be with us. So
Yeah.
it's all good. Come back next week for episode 8, the toilet bowl, if you want to, which I can't say. I use that
The
seriously.
toilet bowl.
Come back next week for the toilet bowl. If you want to send us your questions, your comments, talkintexasforever@gmail.com. We want to hear from you.
Please.
We'll be back next week.
Thank you so much for listening to Talking Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. You can email us at talkingtexasforever@gmail.com. If you're interested in seeing what we do with this show and all of our others, head over to Instagram and search Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio. Music by Anthony Vacora.